in a small town down in Arkansas, where the river flows. There's a man with a passion that everybody knows. He's got a collection that'll make you stare. Vintage pocket knives laid with tender care.
Howdy everybody. Welcome once again to HT's EDC. Coming at you this Wednesday morning, hump day, if you will. About halfway through the week, counting down on that weekend. Hope everybody is having a good one. And we have a quick one, should be rather quick this morning. A unique piece that I found in one of me and Lefty's pond picking journeys, and I thought it would make a pretty cool, quicker video, but you guys know me, we'll see how that goes. But anyway, we're going to get right off into our what you totin', and you already know, front left pocket, it's a staple, Holy Land pocket cross. I'm gonna stop short of saying a staple, but one we are enjoying here is this little Streamlight Micro Stream, little mini flashlight. Has the copper covers on it, and we have used this just a fistful of times so far, and it's been very useful. This may be something that we just continue on. But there's that. And for our tote today, I'm actually doing a 2-knife tote, which is just about my max. I'm sorry, I'm not one of the guys that has one in their back pocket, 2 in the front, 2 in the left. If you do, I salute you. I have no problem with that. I'm just not one of those guys. Typically, I'm a 1-knife toter a day, and on occasion 2, but 2's my max. 2's my max, even if I'm like in the deer woods, or deer woods. I usually have a slip joint in a pocket, and something on my hip in a side sheath. But today I am just kind of pre-gathering some thoughts, and I'm toting a fixed blade. Yep, my new little 152 OT sharp finger. I actually put this on my hip a little bit yesterday afternoon. Slid this on, and I'm going to do it again today. Give it a full day on my hip. It is in its leather sheath here on my right hand side, but we are going to rock this today and gather some thoughts on how this carries. And of course, I'm not done yet with this. It's getting a second day in the pocket. This one's going to get a lot of pocket time. Just you already know. And thank you, folks, for the ideas that you have sent in for naming this. I am still going to give this a couple of more days. So if you see this morning for the first time and you haven't participated already, we are needing a name for HT's new HT Red carbon steel. Has his logo bead. What some may say is the perfect HT knife. Well, if it is, then it definitely needs a name. And hey, short and sweet. A lot of people are saying, they're going way out there. Hey, I'm a pretty simple guy, so don't think too far out of the box. Something short and obvious is sometimes it's just fine. But get down in the comments, and we're gonna let this go for at least another day or two. And we're going to let you guys, popular vote names it. So get down in the comments and tell me what this should, the name of this should be. All right. You know how we start the show? Ooh, look at that thing frosted up there. This is going to be a good one. Cheers. All right, now that the whistle is wetted, we have there's a couple of prayer requests before I get off too deep in this that's on my heart this morning. I found out later last evening that Bubba, his brother, I'm hoping I say this right, Bubba, Davin, it's D-A-V-I-N. I don't know if he spells, pronounces that Davin or Davin, probably Davin. I don't know, but Bubba's brother over at Bubba's EDC was in a automobile accident, and I believe they said he has broken his hip. Don't got a whole lot of information. I'm sure Bubba will do a fine job of telling what he wants to tell about the situation. But I did see your short last night, Bubba, and wanted to, if somebody by chance hadn't seen that and watches it here on my channel, to get the word out, to throw up some prayers for Brian and his family and his brother today after that. Again, I don't have one car, two car, three, I don't have any details on how many, if any others were affected in this accident, but I know there was a broken hip involved there for his brother, so maybe send one up for Brian and Brian's family and Brian's brother today. And another one that's on my heart is a long-time on-screen family member, is what we call them around here. We definitely don't use the S word. I don't like that. Viewer, okay, I can stand viewer better than I can do sub or subscriber. But they're family around here, and one of our family members, Brother Frank Northcutt, which Brother Frank has been through it. I won't go too deep in all of his medical history. I'll respect that, but let's just say that Brother Frank is one that suffers from chronic pain. He has I don't want to say good days and bad days, because his good days are probably pretty intolerable for some, but let's just say he has some that are worse than others, and he let me know the other day he was battling one, that his pain was up again, and my heart goes out for anybody with chronic pain, because that is, I get it, with my severe arthritis that I have, and like I say, I'm not trying to compare, but I get chronic pain. I live with it myself, and just that was on my heart. Just want you to know, Brother Frank, I hear you, and I'm praying for you. His lovely wife, Miss Terry, just awesome people, and I'm sure you know Frank. He is not just only on my channel, watches my channel. I know he supports a bunch of you out there. And how about let's send up one, especially for Frank today, that pain will, kind of ease, and he will at least have a better day or better string of days here going forward. So there's that, and let's look at a pocket knife. The one I want to show you today is, you're going to say, well, HT, what's so special about it? Matter of fact, let's just close it up first. And, yeah. You pocket knife aficionados are going to say, okay, HT, that's an electrician's knife. Dime a dozen. A lot of people have them, love them, collect them. I'm not taking anything away from the electrician's knife. The old TL29, a lot of people know it by that number. Tool and lineman and I'm not sure what the 29 stands for. Somebody tell me in the comments. I knew it, but I can't remember right now. The 29 or 29 stands for something, but I know the TL is for tool and lineman of the TL29. But anyway, it's the electrician's knife. And from, just looking at this guy, we got the standard 2-pin construction. We have some smooth Delrin covers on this. We have a bail. It's all nice and intact. But if somebody is really, really savvy right now, they're going to say, what's this HT club? And matter of fact, I brought another one for reference. Here is pretty much the exact same knife in, this is a TL29. And as you can see, right there at that nail nick, we have a little peak right here. So this is the plain one. This is a good old plain TL129 that everybody knows and loves. And this is a Camillus, the one that I'm showing you for reference. Got the Teeners on it. Camillus tang stamp, New York. And has the good old traditional spear point blade. And has the liner locking linesman blade, the screwdriver, the wire stripper attachment right here, blade on here. Pretty well status quo for a 2-blade TL29 electrician's knife. But this one that me and Dwayne found is kind of unique. There we go. We got the same old. Go ahead and get this out of the way. Same old metal stripper slash large screwdriver. And we have the liner lock on both. But right here is where it gets different. Check this out. Somebody has taken this blade, and correct me if I'm wrong, I have done my research, and as far as I know, there has never been a Bowie blade, a Bowie tipped lineman knife, electrician's knife, ever, in a catalog. But I can tell you what, whoever did this, whoever put this regrind on here, this is fantastic. I love it. I am obsessed with this blade shape. I think this makes this rather basic, dime a dozen. There was a million of these. They were everywhere in the 70s and the 80s. They go back even further than that. But this was about as common of a knife as they came. Every brand made one. You could find them everywhere, but I have never seen one with a, what do you want to call that? I almost call that a Bowie blade, kind of Benchmade 940. I would say reverse Tonto, but if you can see, it has just a little bit of an upsweep right here. That's why I'm saying Bowie. You talk about cooler than creek water. When I seen this, and what's your first thing you're going to say? Well, somebody must have just broke the tip off of it and had to do that. Okay, we're going to entertain that train of thought. If that's what you think, let's look here. Look at that. This blade, you talk about, does it come to the very top of that screwdriver blade behind it? If it doesn't, we're talking a 1/16 of an inch. What I simply think happened, folks, let me get this linesman out of the way here. What I simply think happened is, I don't think anything happened. I think they intentionally did this. They took a basic knife that, everybody has seen. Everybody and their brother had one of these, and they're like, let's mod it. Let's mod it. Let's make ours a little different. And man, ain't that cool. I love it. And I tell you what, like you just saw, it ain't lost any blades. So, if you thought someone had to do that out of necessity, like they snap the tip, which on a spear point blade, you'd have to be kind of doing something ignorant. I mean, you can, break a tip on a spear point, but it's not like a clip point blade. You see how, a spear comes down. This is not a typical tip breaking pattern, knife blade shape. Something like a clip point blade, something like this with a very acute, fine tip. If you're doing something, you're doing some light prying or stuff, not a good idea on something like this. Or even, like this. But a rounded, good piece of, good bit of meat on the spine, on the tip of these spear points. I don't think it was an accident. I don't think this came to be by breaking a tip. And like I said, when we measured it, it is almost, and I'll show you what it should look like over here on this blade. Okay, we did that a while ago. Okay, let's get it the same way. You see how that spear point comes to just, they're even. What I want to show you right there. So, I mean, this one was just a skosh, maybe a 1/16 below that. So, who knows? I'm speculating at the why, but I think somebody just took this and didn't want one of these like everybody had and said, man, let's do something different. And whoever did this, golf clap, because you nailed this. And I kind of like this. I mean, not kind of, I do. I'm a Benchmade 940 freak. That is one of my favorite modern knives. So that Benchmade, which is a little more, squared off, doesn't have this little bit of buoy loop, swoop at the end, if you will. But it is more just like that on a 940. Has some belly coming up, but then it has just a squared off reverse Tonto blade on the 940, and there has been a bazillion of those sold. They're still going strong for good reason. But I love having this tip. Just a little puncturing, little buoy tip on this. Oh my goodness. I think it is so cool. And we will have to get in the old tang stamp here. Let's get it. What's going to be our best to show it? Camco. And I think underneath there it says USA. Brother Dan. The USA part, you can barely see it under the A and the M there starting to show. But it does say it has the arched Camco, and underneath it says USA. So this is the Camco line. This is a Camillus over here, the mother brand that makes Camco, and this actually is a budget line of Camillus. Camco was a budget, which in the day, Camillus was a pretty good knife. Good as far as money. They got a pretty good penny at the time. And for the budget, really super budget conscious people, they came out with Camco, which honestly, I've looked these two knives over. I really can't find any fit and finish that's any better on the Camillus than the Camco. Do I have a trained artistic eye? That's arguable, but I've been around pocket knives, and I kind of know what to look for, and I really see no fit and finish difference. So these just cost a little less. And anyway, someone took this one and did this mod on it, and I think it is killer. I love it. So yeah, this is my Camco buoy, if you will. electrician's knife today. So just thought I'd show y'all a little something different. This is fastly went to the top of my electrician's knives sub-collect. Well, I may have 5 or 6, so I may say my electrician's knife collection now. So, but I love this. I think this is too cool. Anyway, just wanted to show y'all a little something different, something we found in our digging and picking at one of our local pawn shops with me and Lefty. And you never know what you're going to bring home. Never know what you're going to find down in the bottom of one of them bins. But this is a gem. I love it. Anyway, folks, we're going to hop off here and let you guys go. Thank you for spending your morning with me, or whenever you're watching this video. I sure appreciate it. I'm HT, and we are out.
Buck knives gleaming under that old porch light. He'll tell their stories deep into the night. Reviews and torture tests, it's a sight to